Hi, Taurus. This is your May 2020 love reading, and you can watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. But I'm just going to jump right into this because I did have three cards that just jumped out right away when I was shuffling. They all were air. They all were the swords. The first one that popped out was the Five of Air. To me personally, this is my narcissist card. This is you could quite possibly could be dealing with a narcissist. I heard gaslighting. So let me turn some light on. Somebody quite possibly could be gaslighting you, like messing with your mental state. Because the card that popped out after that is the Seven of Air. Now, that is the card of somebody who's being sneaky, but that's also somebody lying to themselves. I got this kind of like this denial. There's more going on than meets the eye. This is like you could be dealing with somebody who's sneaky, who's conniving, but this could also be you. This could be something, I feel like for Taurus out there, there's something you're doing, but it's weighing heavily on your subconscious, like this guilt. But you could also quite possibly be dealing with somebody who is breaking your heart because you have the Three of Air here too. So this narcissistic person you could be dealing with could have many people that they're dealing with going behind your back. I also got taking money. I also got, somebody being entitled to your money. Okay. I'm going to keep these here for now. But yeah, those popped out. Those were the only three that popped out. So obviously this was going to be a reading about somebody in your life who's trying to take advantage of you. So the card you got at the bottom of the deck is you have the Chariot card. Now you could be dealing with a Cancer, but this is also movement forward, but also too, what I get from the Chariot sometimes is somebody who jumps into things really fast without thinking. The card behind it is the Magician. Now, I don't read these cards reversed, but I'm getting you have somebody who quite possibly they're either a Cancer or they're an Aries, but they definitely are somebody who's manipulative. This person lacks boundaries. This person is never happy with what they have. I got this person also is, oh God, where's the word? Spontaneous, but like spontaneous in a way that's like they have no control over what they do. And it's usually something they're doing that's stupid, something that's bad. Like they act like they have no self-control. And even when it comes to sex, quite possibly, they just get really excited. They'll jump into bed with whoever. And then, even quite possibly, they might even feel guilty afterwards, but they might feel it, but okay, so what I'm getting is this is who they are, this is what they do, and this is them in their subconscious. I also got that this person, the way they were raised, there's a lot of deep down guilt and shame that they did not deal with as a child, and now it's showing up in their adulthood, but they're like ravaging, they're ruining people's lives from this wound that was not healed. So the Five of Earth is here, so either this person ghosted you or you left them behind. But I feel like you're still thinking about this person. I feel like you still dream about them. Excuse me. But like you still dream about them. You lie awake at night thinking about them. Or that could be them doing that to you. But I don't know, by the way this person, it's like on the outside, they act like they don't give a shit, but I think internally, there's so much turmoil. But there's really nothing you can do for this person. This person has to come into their own. They have to find their own answers. They have to heal their own wounds. There's not really anything you can do. So you have the Lovers card here. Now this could be a soulmate, but it's almost like what I'm getting here with this soulmate. This person was a soulmate to you who was supposed to teach you a lesson. So there's something you were supposed to learn from this situation. But I think it's hard for you to let them go. It's like I feel like if you might want to save them, but you can't save them. You have to save yourself. You know, like this person, you know, they have this Knight of Fire. They run in and out for passion, but they're not exactly a king. They're not stable. They're not what you need. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like you've been dealing with this person for some time, and now this karmic lesson has come to an end, but are you willing to let this karmic lesson end? I feel like it's okay to mourn. It's okay to mourn relationships like this because I feel like we've all been through them. But it's like you can either move out of this energy into a new, more steady energy, or you can just keep going around and around and around because this is just a cycle that I feel like you've been dealing with. It doesn't even mean it has to be with the same person. It could be many different faces, different names, but it's almost like it's the same thing keeps happening every time. But I feel like you're working this karma. You know, it's interesting. I don't know enough about astrology, so I probably shouldn't talk about it. But I know that Pluto is going retrograde, and now that I think that's the planet of karma, and we're all going to be dealing with our karma. So people are going to be reaping what they sow, I guess, in a way. I know that's not necessarily exactly how karma works, but people do start to reap what they sow after a while. I think this person is really starting to realize. I think maybe you left this person out in the cold, and these are the emotions they're starting to go through. Because air is actually mental. This could be them in their head, or this could be you, vice versa. I don't know. But I feel like it's the other person. So the card, okay, so the card behind the world is the Nine of Earth. So I see this is like a single, happy, okay, I got the no contact with a narcissist. That's what I heard. Like, I feel like you are deciding to go no contact. Now, I know you guys are Tauruses. You guys can cut people off, no problem. You guys are stern. I want to say hard-headed to a fault, kind of. But, you know, when you guys do put your foot down, you guys are like, look, I'm done. I know you guys aren't air signs, per se, but you guys are, I can't remember if you're the ram or the bull. When you charge forward, you charge forward. Because somebody, you have options and you're like, screw this, I'm going to go somewhere else. Or this person had options and that's why you're deciding to be single. There is healing coming in for you with the star card here. Happy times are ahead because you decide that you want to be happy, that you don't want this shit anymore. Good for you. All right. So let me get started on the reading. So the situation is Five of Fire. Quite possibly somebody had you in a competitive situation where you had to compete with other people in order to have this person's attention. Now, this person's narcissistic. Who the fuck do they think they are? Excuse my language. That stuff is so irritating. Yeah, so crossing that is an emperor. Now, the emperor, his bad side is somebody who really thinks that he can just do whatever it is he wants to do. He's disorganized, he's scattered. He thinks he's the emperor upright, but he's not. He's a freaking hot mess. Two of air, somebody. So subconsciously, you need to make a decision. This is also the card of not seeing, not wanting to see. Maybe you choose to ignore their red flags. I will clarify this card. So in the past, this is a Sagittarius card. This is also about balance. I feel like you were looking for balance in the past, and maybe that's why this fell apart. Now, in your present, you have the Queen of Earth. This is you. This is you in your, I'm sorry, this is just not, there we go. This is you in your power. This is you taking your power back from this person. You might have gave your power away for a while to this person. Quite possibly the Sagittarius, the Cancer, and Aries. Let me see here real quick. Who are those signs? Oh, where did they go? Oh, I shuffled it. Never mind. Oh, there's a Gemini was in there also. In your near future, you have the Six of Fire. This is you being victorious in whatever it is that you do. You have good news. Good news is on its way. I mean, you have that healing card. It looks like you're healing pretty quick from this situation. Okay. Your energy, Seven of Fire. This is you standing your ground. This is you. So this is you in your power. This is you taking your power back. But this is you standing your ground and not letting anybody cross those boundaries ever again. Not anybody, not a this narcissist person. Maybe that's what your lesson was from this karmic cycle, is how to put up your boundaries, how to stand up for yourself. Now in your environment, you have the Ten of Water. Looks like I got you spending time with your family, quite possibly, because a lot of us are still in quarantine, like me, because I do live in Nevada. But it looks like you're spending some time with your family, your friends. But I think I got more like family. You might have moved back in with your family. People you trust, and you're happy. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have the King of Water. This is good. This is you also getting back your emotional balance, I guess you would say, your emotional maturity. This is you kind of like starting to open your heart and realize that not everybody is like this person from your past. You could, hopes and fears, you could be also hoping for a water sign that is a Cancer or Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, you did have Cancer in there. Maybe you might even fear this person coming back, but I don't know. I don't think that's what it is. I think you really want to get back to who you were before. I think you really want to reclaim your life. All right. So in your outcome, you have the Eight of Air, which is, a little different than what I was expecting. I think you still feel trapped to this person, but it's an illusion. I feel like this person knocked your self-confidence down. It's like, it's hard for you to move forward because I feel like you probably don't trust yourself right now to make a decision. Or maybe even you don't trust yourself to maybe even pick a partner. So let me clarify that Eight of Air. Clarify the Eight of Air for Taurus's love life. For their outcome, actually. Clarify the Eight of Air for Taurus's outcome. Yeah, because you're still stuck in this sadness and this isolation. And it's okay. It takes time to get out of it. I mean, you're going to be victorious, but I feel like internally you're still going to feel like you're stuck. You're still feeling sad. But no, I don't want to tell you not to feel sad. That's just so dumb. Feel your emotions. It's okay. You know, life is like an ebb and a flow. You know, we're up, we're down, we're happy, we're sad. We can't be happy all the time. Okay, let me see here. Let me clarify this Two of Air. Clarify the 2 air for Taurus. Okay. So this is the 6 of Pentacles. This is somebody giving something to you, but this also could be somebody giving to multiple people. Or this is a choice. Do I accept from this person or do I accept from that person? It's either who do I give to or who do I accept from? Clarify this 6 of Pentacles. Clarify the 6 of Pentacles. Come on. Okay. You have the Just Breathe. Oh, okay. So I got, it's like, what do I do here? And I think what you want to do is just take some time out for yourself. Oh, this is give to yourself. You want to give. See how these hands are giving? I feel like you need to give to yourself, back to yourself. Your energy this person took, you want back. You need to take time out for yourself to rest and relax and recover. Let me clarify this balance card. I really don't like talking about the past very much because it's already happened. But it is good to look at the past to kind of analyze why we got to where we're at. Okay, clarify that. Okay. So this is trying to work on something, but it's just you working on something yourself. I feel like you really tried to bring balance into this relationship. You really did put in a dedicated effort, like it said, but without the other person putting in the effort, it's just for naught, you know? Clarify this Queen of Earth for Taurus. Clarify this Queen of Earth. This one really wants to come out. Oh my God. This is the Wands. This is joy and stability. You're bringing yourself joy and stability in your present moment. And that's good. So clarify the 6 of Fire for Taurus in their near future. Okay. Dreams coming true. This is the 9 of Cups. This is you focusing on yourself and finding what makes you happy. That is really good. I don't think I need to clarify the 7 of Fire. I mean, we pretty much understand that, you know, in your environment. But I really want to clarify this King of Water. Clarify this King of Water. Why is this King of Water and Taurus's hopes and fears? Okay, quite possibly this person, this is the 6 of Cups. This could be a person you're actually thinking about from your past. Could be quite possibly from childhood, or you're just even thinking about when times were simple and who you were when you were a child and wanting to kind of go back to that simple, almost like you want to reset. You want to be who you were when you were a child, but also too, quite possibly you could be thinking about a King of Water, somebody who made you really happy in the past. This person could be coming in for you. Or you're just wanting to heal this. I'm getting quite possibly there was a wound that you dealt with in the past as a child, and you really want to revisit it and heal it. That way you're able to kind of like move on from it. Okay. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards. Now, what is it that Taurus needs to know that they don't know? I really like this deck because this is just deeper, more subconscious type stuff that we really haven't really brought to the surface. What is it that Taurus... Okay. Meditation. Meditation will help bring you answers. It'll help ground you. Especially during these times of feeling like you're trapped, these times of sadness, taking time out. To me, this is meditation also. If you know how to meditate, I mean, I took a class on how to meditate. I mean, it was really hard for me to just get on YouTube and listen to a meditation CD. I mean, I really had to have somebody teach me. They kind of like watched me while they taught me how to meditate. So, there are places where you could actually go if you tried in the past. There are schools. All you have to do is just Google meditation classes and you might be able to find one in your area. I live in Nevada, so, you know, there's the Reno Psychic Institute. There's a Carson City Psychic Institute. There's a bunch of them in California, but more like in the Northern California area. But elsewhere, I'm not quite sure. All right. So yeah, this means you need to take time out for yourself and meditate. All right, so what else does Taurus need to know that they don't? Okay, oh my God, a bunch flew out. Differences. This person is different from you. You look at the world differently than they do. You know, let me look at the book. I feel like there's a little bit more to this. Not that there's anything wrong with differences. It's okay to be different. All right. Choosing the symbol for differences asks you to accept that you will not always agree with everyone and they may not always agree with you. So yeah, you might not agree with this person's ways and you really don't have to. Like, you really don't have to even deal with it, if that makes sense. You guys both are very different from each other. You view the world differently. Or this is also, too, be open to other people's ideas. Be open to different kinds of people because you never know what you're going to meet, who you're going to meet. So what is it that Taurus doesn't know that they need to know? Okay, you have chaos. But chaos, you're going to come out, once you go through the chaos, you're going to come out on the other side. It's going to clear up eventually. I think you feel like things are chaotic, but eventually you're going to come out on the other side because tornadoes don't last forever. And you also have High Priestesses Spirit. Let me read that for you. Know that all things, events, and experiences are woven together like a magical web that can be seen only in the darkest night and not by the human eye. My child, everything that you need to know is part of the divine scheme of things. A meaningful coincidence, a blessed friendship, a lover, a significant experience are all orchestrated by me to help you become the powerful being you were meant to become. No matter what is in front of you, something important is brewing. You know the answer to the what soon enough. But I keep secret the why. You may step forward knowing that some things are meant to remain a mystery. Yeah, you are on a spiritual journey. Okay. All right. So let's get some advice. What advice do you have for Taurus? Truth be told. I like this card. This is honesty. This is being honest with yourself. This is accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. This is you being willing to come out of denial and realize, yeah, maybe I didn't, I chose to ignore the red flags so I wouldn't be alone. It's okay. We all do it. So this is the relationship message. It says people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly. See how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. That's a good message. All right. So our soul's journey. Oracle card. Okay, so you got 3 that popped out here. You have discipline. We got 4. So you got discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So this is definitely you changing your focus and focusing on yourself, becoming more disciplined, growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, and this is part of your spiritual journey. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. Yeah, that's where this comes in. Realize that you don't need to judge this situation that you've been through, and realize that we all have our own differences and we all have our own spiritual path, and you have your own, so that you don't really have to judge this past person, because it's nice when you don't have to judge it, because if you judge it, you kind of make yourself a part of it. This person has things they have to work on. You have things you have to work on separately. So doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Yes, you don't need to know all the answers, because you also got that. What card was that? High Priestess of Spirit said, it will help you, but it's not going to tell you why. So you don't have to know all the answers right now. Sometimes things have to play themselves out. Your future, I think for you, it's like, what is my future going to be like? And I think you're afraid you're going to be stuck in this sadness and isolation and this 8 of air and feeling trapped to this person, but I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so what does Taurus need to surrender in order to move on from this person? What does Taurus need to surrender in order to move on? What does Taurus need to surrender? What does Taurus need to surrender in order to move on from this person? What does Taurus need to surrender? I feel like you've already moved on from this person, but I feel like their energy is still hanging around. What does Taurus need to surrender? What does Taurus... Oh, shoot. Here we go. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks. Yeah, I feel like this person held you back a lot. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leaping into an exciting new world of possibilities. Yeah, you have something new coming in for you. All right, what else does Taurus need to surrender? What does Taurus need to surrender? What does Taurus? Let me see here. Surrender your desire to control people. Yeah, being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Yes, you really need to take time out from this. I feel like you already have. I feel like this person is in your space, but you're not necessarily with them. You can't control this person. Only person you can control is yourself. Surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. That's something that you really need to focus on is your self-esteem. And when you have a low self-esteem, people like the person you were in the past, they can see it and they like to come along and they like to take advantage of it. All right, so I feel like there's really nothing else to tell you guys, and I hope I helped you. I hope I brought you some insight, and I will see you next month.